As a poet myself, we have a little tradition in this podcast wherein we read one of my poems. We're gonna read our poem of the day. It's an untitled poem by yours truly. So it goes like this. As I felt the lights flash upon my face and see the contrast of the vibrant red carpet in which I stood on, I wasn't able to contain the tears that nourished this body through the sorrows. Suddenly, I remembered all the times I willingly accepted the blows of the tides. Suddenly, I'm glorifying the boy inside of me that once dreamt. Smile for the camera, they said. But this moment requires more than a smile. It urges me to build a shrine for it. For I have fought for this for a long time, and now I'm living in it. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's the poem of the day. But before we start, I just want to say I thought 2024 was gonna be the best. So far, 2024, it's a bit rocky. It's a bit tough, you know. It wasn't the start that I was expecting. I thought 2024 is just my year. You know, right from the very start, I had a hunch that I'm gonna thrive, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. Dude, I don't know what's happening with me in this episode, but my see, my grammar and my words are just not grammaring and wording. I don't know, usually when I hit the record button, the words will just come out naturally, but today's different. I don't know why. Maybe because no. Actually, maybe it's because I've been sleep deprived, dude. I've been sleep deprived. My body clock is just messed up. It's just messed up. Cause back then I was sharing the room that I'm currently in with my sister, and then we sleep on different times. We also wake up on different times, so it just got messed up. It just got messed up, and now whenever I would sleep early, I would just end up waking up in the middle of the morning, and for probably 2 hours I would just stare at the ceiling just cause I couldn't sleep. But anyway, like I said, bro, 2024 is starting a bit rough. It's currently the 10th right now, January 10th. And I don't know, I really thought by 2024, boom, I'm just gonna experience little to no bullshit. But then, dude, just my sleeping schedule alone is messed up. Let's start with the backstory, right? Let's start with the backstory. When I was probably in grade 10, I bought these faux nose piercings from Claire's. Not sponsored, but I would just put them on. They actually kind of double as earrings too, so I would just put them in my ears. And then I was like, this looks nice. This looks nice. And then I've actually talked about this a lot in the podcast about how I joined track, right? So when I was in grade 12, for those of you who don't know, I joined track, and then I also have a friend in there, same team. And I would just joke around a lot about if I win, if I win the race, there's, track, if I get first place, I'll get a nose piercing. Or if I'm not the last person that'll finish this race, we'll both get nose piercings. I will always joke around about nose piercings with this friend. And she was like, I don't care. I don't care if I win. I don't care if I lose. I'm gonna get that nose piercing. So, fast forward to the last week of high school. I don't know, it was out of nowhere. It was kind of spontaneous. We called a actually I called a piercing place because I already went there for my earlobe piercing. And I remembered it was June 9th, my last day of high school. And then after that, I never came back. And then, like 48 hours later, we got the nose piercings. So what happened was that we met up, whatever. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell my mom about the nose piercing appointments. Spoiler alert, like she was cool with it. But actually at first she was not cool with it. But then when I got it, she was like, whatever. But anyway, I remembered I snuck out that day. I didn't bring the car with me because like I didn't want to wake up my mom from her nap. So I ordered an Uber and then it was me first. Like they pierced my nose first. And then just thinking about it makes my blood boil. Like me, I'm so indecisive about everything, right? And then I just kept on like changing like because they will take a pen and they will like mark the spot where and they will pierce it, right? And I was like, oh, I kind of don't like that. Let's change it. Oh, I kind of don't like that. Let's change it. And then I still didn't like the spot all the way till the very end. And I was like, whatever. Maybe she knows what she's doing because I don't know much about piercings, but like she didn't let me like hold the pen because I was like, can I just mark it myself? But she was like, I cannot I cannot allow you to hold this. I mean, I don't know much, but like, bro, I do know that this hole will stay in my nose forever. So you better you better agree to let me hold it. Like, but she still didn't let me hold it. She still didn't let me hold it, dude. In the end, I was like, whatever. Maybe she knows what she's doing. I didn't like the placement of the dot where they'll pierce it, but like, I don't know. I kind of just gave up towards the end. And so she pierced it. For those of you who don't know much about piercings, it's recommended that you get a stud first for your nose piercing, just so it doesn't move around. Apparently that's the rule. And the stud that they put inside my nose was it was like this corkscrew stud. So it was like a bit of a spiral, and that hurt like a bish, bro. That hurt like a bish. Cause like, just imagine that like they'll poke your nose with a needle, and then they'll like force this like corkscrew stud inside. Oh my gosh, it hurt like a bish, cause like it's a spiral going inside your fresh wound basically, right? So what happened was that she took it out for some reason. She took it out after all that pain. She was like, let's just take it out because your nose doesn't like me. Those are her exact words, like, your nose doesn't like me. So she was like, let me just do it again for the second time. And then she took it again. She took it out again. And then for the third time, she was like, do you want to do it again, or do you just want to come back another day? I was like, bro, I am not getting out of this tattoo shop without a piercing. Let's do it. So we did it for the third time. And then there came a point wherein, because this whole time my friend was recording me. And then the piercer was like, this is the point wherein you stop recording. Like, it's getting bad. I was like, what the fuck? This is some serious shit. She was like, yeah, you need to stop recording now. Like, this is getting serious. So we stopped because like I was bleeding a lot at this point. I mean, obviously, obviously, like, firstly, you pierced my nose. Secondly, you put the stud on, which has that like the spiral metal in it. You took it out, you put it again, you took it out, and then you put it again. Obviously, you will bleed. And then we just gave up. We just gave up in the end. We were like, nah, you're not getting anything today. You're not getting any piercings. All you're getting is a red dot on your nose. That's it. All you're getting is blood cloth on your nose. That is it. So it was my friend's turn, and then I don't know, like hers turned out fine, honestly. Like hers turned out fine. Like she wasn't indecisive about the spot. Like the piercer marked her nose and then pierced it. All good. All good. No problems whatsoever. Like I envy people like that who don't even have like any problems with their piercing. But anyway, she was like, we're just gonna do this another day. You don't have to come back. You don't have to get the piercing at all. Like we can just stop here. But she was like, I'm just gonna give you a free jewelry the next time you come back, right? You still need to pay for the procedure itself, but I'm gonna give you a free jewelry when you come back, right? So for like 3 weeks, I was just walking with a blood cloth on my nose. Anywho, fast forward to 3 weeks later, I came back to the tattoo shop. Cause I mean, bro, it's a free piercing at this point, right? Why not? I went there 3 weeks later. I was like, I'm ready to do this again. And at this point, my piercer knew what to do. She just jabbed it in like real quick, and then it was fine. And then when I came back home, probably 2 hours later, it just wouldn't stop bleeding. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. Like that night, I went to bed with like this big patch of blood cloth on my nose and like cheeks. Like I just didn't want to remove it because I know that if I clean it, it'll just keep on bleeding. I mean, that's the reason of that's the point of blood clots, right? Like it stops the bleeding. So if you remove it, knowing my nose, knowing how my body functions, like I just know that it'll just keep on bleeding even more. So I was walking around, going on jogs, going on walks with this big patch of blood cloth on my face. And then probably 3 days later, I cleaned it and it looked nice. Like turns out I didn't even have to worry about the spot. Like if she really knew what she was doing. Like I really loved the spot where she put the stud, right? And then, yeah, like I really loved it. Like I really loved, going out with my little piercing. It was going well, 100%. It was going well for probably a month. So mind you, I got the initial procedure with my friend around the second week, I would say, of June. And then I came back for the second time around probably towards the end of June. Yeah, it was like June 28th or something. And it was going well, I'm pretty sure, the whole month of July. I was just rocking this pretty ass stud. And then I think it was the first week of August wherein this bump showed up. Like, I just woke up and then this bump is just there. Like literally beside the piercing. And I was like, what is this? Because like I've heard about this, right? I've heard about this, but of course, like I haven't experienced it. Like even on my earlobe piercing, I haven't experienced it. But then, I don't know, like I just, like my piercer was like Because I asked her, right, like during the initial procedure, like if I get the bump, what do I do? She was like, it's gonna go away by itself. So I was like, okay, maybe no need to worry about it. But then I don't know, like, cause like the way my brain works is like if I can do something, I'll do it. Like if I can do something, I'll do it. So what I did was like I got some ice cubes and then probably twice a day I would do ice compress on the bump just so it lessens like the inflammation. So I did that for probably 4 days and it actually got worse. It actually got worse. At first I thought it was like at first I thought it was working, right? At first I thought it was working because the bump went down a bit. But then I don't know, it just got worse for some reason. And then I don't know, bro, like it just came to a point wherein the bump just got so big that it swallowed the stud. It swallowed the jewelry. Like one day I just woke up, I was like, where's that sparkly thing on my nose? Apparently it swallowed it. So I think I went on for like 2 days just like pushing the jewelry to the surface of my nose. Cause at this point, I didn't want to go back to the tattoo shop, right? At this point, it's been such a hustle getting a nose piercing. And like I was actually also worrying that, cause I know that getting a ring, like a bigger ring is an option, but I didn't want to pay for that. That's that. Like, I don't know. I'm such a cheapskate, dude. I'm such a cheapskate. But I endured that for 2 days. I just kept on like pushing the stud to the surface of my nose. Finally, I gave up. I was like, let me just let me just go to the tattoo shop. So I went to the tattoo shop and they were like, you have 3 choices. It's either we remove the stud and you go home without any piercing at all, or we change it to a bigger ring, not those snug fit ones, the big ring. Like think of a bull. Think of a bull with like the septum piercing. Like think of that big. So we change it to a big ring, or you just keep on pushing it to the surface of your nose. Those are your 3 choices. And I was like, huh. Okay, let me just get the ring then. And they were like, oh, it's free. It's free. I was like, what? It's free? So at this point, I have like 2 free jewelries from them already, which is such a steal. Yeah, so like I came home, blah blah, got the ring. It looked nice. Like I always wanted a ring anyway, but I didn't know how beautiful the stud would look like on my nose. I was like, whatever. So spoiler alert, changing the stud to a ring didn't make the bump go away. It didn't make the bump go away, dude. It fixed the swallowing problem. Because it's a ring now. The thing is, like, in most cases, it's because of irritation. That's why these bumps show up. So maybe you're like thugging it accidentally or whatever, or like it catches to your hair or whatever. That's how these bumps show up, right? And getting a bigger ring didn't help. Just as a side note, around this time when I got the bump, a few months later, I also got a bump inside my nose. So I have 2 bumps, basically. So one on the surface of my nose and one inside my nose. So, yeah, it's crazy. Just so you know the timeline, right? I got the ring around probably the 2nd week of August. And then I just had the ring for like several months, right? Several months. And then this bump just wouldn't go away. I tried everything. Like on TikTok, they were like, yeah, use apple cider vinegar. Mind you, I don't even like apple cider vinegar or any vinegar at all because it smells so bad and I just don't like it. Okay? But like I was willing to put that aside, and then I was just soaking these Q-tips on the vinegar, and then I'll just put it on my nose. It looked like it worked. It looked like it worked at first, but then it just burnt the skin around my nose because it's really acidic, of course. I tried apple cider vinegar. I tried chamomile tea bags. I was walking around the house with a tea bag hanging on my nose, dude. I'm not kidding. I tried warm compress. I tried. What else did I try? I tried everything, honestly. I tried this like ointment. That also didn't work. And then finally, the start of 2024, probably not even a week ago, I got it removed. I got it removed a few days ago, and then that's that. That's the story. That's the story of my nose piercing. It was fun. It was really fun. Actually, my mom didn't allow me to get nose piercings at first because she was like, "Your skin is like keloidal or something." Those are her exact words. She was like, "Your skin is keloidal, like it's really sensitive." I was like, "Word," but YOLO, YOLO. I just got it, whatever, for fun. Piercing update. As I'm recording this podcast, the bump is gone. The bump is gone. Now it's just like a dark patch on my nose, like an acne scar or something. Would I recommend getting a piercing? Yes. Yes, 100%. Like, you only live once, dude. Come on, do it. Do it. Like, if you really want it, go ahead. Like, go for it, right? I think that's about it, honestly. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of the podcast in 2024. First episode of the year. Yay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had fun tuning in. But yeah, you can buy my book. You can buy my book, A Soul's Quiet Release. I'm gonna put it in the description. If you cannot find it, you can find it on my Instagram. What else? Rate this podcast, dude. Rate this podcast. Rate this podcast. What are your thoughts, right? What are your thoughts? Or, if you can give me 5 stars, that'll be, no, that'll be fine. That'll be great. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And as always, everything's gonna be alright.